We got this Fidanza shifter for the C5 today. It's a little dirty. We've been doing some wiring stuff. This is a pretty cheap shifter that I'm gonna end up putting in. This is the stock one. So I've got all this already torn apart because I've been making some pieces for my interior. One of them is this carbon 3D printed gauge. This is carbon fiber PLA, and this will show me my battery while running. And another one is the switch panel for the center console. So this is the stock shifter. It's not a bunch of play. I ordered this because it does have a little, and I also have a problem going into reverse sometimes. You kind of gotta it'll go in. It'll go in, but then you gotta give it like an extra push. So if this fixes it, great, but if not, then I'll still have a nicer shifter, which this one's pretty tight, but this one will probably be tighter. The boot also, this is just an aftermarket one. It had a junky boot on when I got the car, so I took this one and then I 3D printed a thing, and it kind of warped because I just used normal PLA, but it still works. I might get another one though, like a suede one. On this shifter, you're gonna have to take this little plastic cap from your old one, and then you're gonna have to put some type of grease on there. Almost any grease would probably work. I just use some like wheel bearing grease. Maybe like a Vaseline or something would work better. But quick little tip, the nuts it comes with are not the right size. They must be like the C6 size, because I believe this works for C6 and C5. So, but this is actually like it's crazy how tight it is actually. I might have to adjust the springs in it or something. But like, to get in reverse, you gotta push that John over. I've had a IROC before that I worked on that had, I don't think it was a short throw, but it was an aftermarket shifter, and it was kind of like that. But I'm wondering if I can't either like change the springs or adjust them somehow. But I think I like this. I've never really driven a short throw. It's a real notchy, so we'll see. I guess we'll see if I like it, if I money shift it or not. I heard they're pretty prone to money shift. So also another thing, if you're dealing with slop in your old shifter, if you're wanting to do a cheap fix kind of, I believe you can fix the actual shifter, but if not, you can tighten your linkage down here. It's not that bolt, but it might be that bolt if it's loose for you, but you can tighten the rod that runs down this. I did that a while back when I was pulling my torque tube, so mine's all nice and tight, and it still had a little play. But like, this thing in gear, there's like no play at all. It's pretty sweet. I like it so far. So your little rubber piece that goes around the shifter, you need to cut. I did it in 2 steps, but you need to cut all the way to this outside ring, and then that'll make it fit snug. I guess you can cut a little more if you don't want a little snug fit, but I think that's the best right there. You just gotta push it around on here, and then I think that's pretty good right there. So check that out. I don't know, I like this knob, but I don't think it sits right with how low the shaft is on this, so I put my old knob back on. But the only pet peeve I have about this, which also might be fixable, is it's got a lot of twisting motion. And this one, I twisted too, and it might have, I can't really do it with one hand, but it might have the same amount of twisting. It's just this one makes a noise, if you can't hear that. So, but other than that, this is actually crazy. I did not think it was going to be this notchy and feel this tight. Oh my gosh. It's still so hard to get into reverse, but I'd rather it be hard than easy, I guess. What if you're, I guess there's a lockout, but what if you're in fourth and you're about to go to fifth and you just put it in reverse? You don't want to do that. So yeah, so we'll get some driving with this, and I'll give you a better review at the end of the video. But that switch panel, oh, that shit looks pretty good right there, I think. And I can reach it without shifting, even if I'm in gear. Is that gear? That's crazy. It is gear. So even if I'm freaking in reverse, I can still flip them. So yeah, if anyone wants one of these switch panels for this piece, I don't think the factory one's like this. I don't think you can use that on the factory one. Or if you want a gauge like this is universal. Or if you want anything designed, if you want a switch panel or gauge or anything for your car design, just even not for a car, just let me know, and message me on Instagram. I have my Instagram in the description, and I can we can talk about it. That's weird. So I've driven the C5 a little bit with the new shifter. I like the shifter, honestly. For $100, it's pretty good. Pretty cheap. You definitely got to get used to it, because that's first. And from first to third, you can tell, but say you're driving in the moment, it's pretty hard to tell sometimes. So I find myself, say if I don't know what gear I'm in, I'll just clutch in and put it in a gear that I think would do pretty well. I got the switch hooked up, so let's see. If I go accessory, no fuel pump, and then it'll turn on. So pretty happy with that. But yeah, I'd recommend this shifter. Real cheap, really good. It's not It's still hard to go in reverse to get it to the side, but once it's to the side, it slips up fine. Unlike the stock one I had, it'd go to the side easier. But whenever I'd go to push it up, it wouldn't, and maybe be like right there and it'd pop out. So this fixed that problem. And I think I like the first few minutes I was driving, I was like, oh, this is weird, but I really like how short the throws are. You're just bop, 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 bop. I mean, it feels nicer. It kind of feels like a race car, so I'd recommend it. I'd like to see what you guys think about it. Maybe if you guys get one. I think it comes with a pretty sick knob too. I'd run this. It's just not my preference right now, so. But that's about it for this video. Hope you guys liked. Comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you want. Let me know if you want to know about the switch panel and like this gauge and shit. So I think I got some more ideas for the C5. But peace out.